and laser. I don't know if we could overdub that, but that should work. We'll see. There we go. Next screen. So that's your tab, and this is editing is easy. Date of birth. Should we put we could just make you
6. You can just put like 6/1/1975. That's not really my birthday.
plausible though, yeah. Patient ID. And it's there. And then we go to totalizer. Okay, and then we go to examination. We go up here. Examination. Seems repetitive. So you're just looking straight at that target. You see kind of like a little target in the middle of all the circles there.
Yep.
Okay, you can kind of blink when you want to. Go ahead and open wide now. Go ahead and... Alright, so that's good. You can blink if you want. So, for this, this is good. This means we got registration, but we need that to be green. And we need... I think that might be okay. There's a little handy guide down here that's completely destroyed. We won't pan to that. I'll go ahead and hit OK and look into that later. Let's take another picture. We're going to open nice and wide. Now we're coming in. Staring at that target. Open nice and wide. Very good. So normally we get like 4 or 5 of these things. So this is good. Green, green, and this is over 90%. So I think we're good with that. So we're hitting OK, and we're gonna hit preferred. That means we can always switch it back if we want to. Let's get another picture. We'll get like 5 of these, unless Dr. Stern doesn't want to. We're going to open nice and wide there, looking at that target. There's stuff about the controls that you'd probably need a little explanation of.
No, that's okay.
Yeah, the vertical, horizontal, and the proximity to focus. So that's pretty good. Let's just look at the left eye now. So I think we can keep the same position. Sometimes we turn the nose a little bit, but we'll just go ahead and swing it later. So looking at that target with the left eye, open nice and wide there. Here we go. Blink if you want. This is good. Registration and over 90, 2 greens, and over 90 on that third one. Okay, that's going to be preferred.
And while you're doing this one, do you want me to...
There's some stuff we do after to compare all these things. And so this is a good example of something that it's okay to not have registration, but you do need that to be green, that second one in the middle. So this is gonna be excluded, and we'll leave that excluded. That's cool. All right, so you can sit back. I think maybe...
You got enough?
So let's start with the right. 54, and we'll compare it to 38. These are all, you only compare rights to rights and left to left. You're making sure that the measurements you took are consistent. If something's inconsistent, you discard that. I want to compare 1 and 2. Also I hit A1, B2. A, B are compared here. So now we'll you can zoom in on this part if you want, kind of show kind of that. Kind of move it around, seeing if it'll give you. So 95 is kind of a big difference there if you can zoom on 95. And maybe, so that can be used to kind of demonstrate it. So that's good. That's kind of marginal. So then you can maybe back up and I'm gonna try this. I'm gonna put 38 here and I'll put 11 there. 1 and 2. So you can zoom back in on this guy here. So 46. So these are good. So that's sorry. That we could probably edit out, but that's good. So let's look at the, I don't know how many I did for the left eye. We only have 2 for the left because we just sped out there. So we look at that one compared to that one, A and B. So 1 and 2. So you can maybe zoom on this guy. And that's good. So then I guess we'll go up here to the TCAT. I don't know if my so we'll go ahead and compare this one and that one. And I guess I had Paul zoom in on this stuff already, so we're kind of going, yeah, this looks pretty good. But then if I move to 3 to get this one compared to number 1, and this is already something that's not as good. Too high, maybe a little too high when you get to 90. I guess 8, that's a little too high. So we'll make our selection to choose that one and that one. I don't know if I should have gotten in there. So that's already no good. And 38. Let's go 11 and 38. Those look good. Okay. So then we go ahead and export.
Where's export?
Export's on the bottom there.
Okay.
I assume that's. So it just made those 2 disappearing. That's. Yeah. You might be able to.
There we go. Try all caps for LASIK. See if it's correct. It is. Okay. Whenever we draw up or import stuff, we'll go to import and then import the examinations, I believe. Use the removable medium, which is what we put in here. So it let me go to topo. There it is.
Yeah.
So it's topo G that you click and you use your removable medium, which is whatever flash drive you have. Click on your patient. And then we're gonna import selected. So it should come up. Yeah, there it goes. Okay. And we close. So we have Augustus Stern here then. Okay, so that pulls up all the information you need. From here, we go to treatment, or excuse me, planning. And it's always EX500 because that's what you have as your Wavelight. Okay, and then from there, you go to your topo guided. So we want to do the right eye. And this brings up your examination. So you have 2 that came through.
Okay.
And I guess you like do you like this one? Or do you like the tan?
Such highlighted, yeah.
Okay, so we make sure that's highlighted. We make sure those are good for your,
Select
what
the
you like.
ones we want, yeah.
Yep, so those are both selected.
Okay.
Arrow. If you don't want one though, you can deselect it by just clicking on it and it just removes it here. So the one that's colorized. So we want both. And then we go to another arrow. And this is where your manifest, your manifest was in there. So we zero all that out. 0, 0, and we can keep that as the same. But down here it'll say 564. Say that's your pectometry. You have to put that in every single one of these. can go to your arrow,
Yeah.
or it's also F3 as well on your computer. So right here is where your modification is. So this, I guess, is where you save it, correct?
Yeah, that's where we would.
You control and I forget what it is. Is it Control P? And you
Actually.
you have to save this to your, and then you have to make your
Okay,
modification.
Control P.
Control P, and then you can save as, you know, AGS right eye. So, however you want to do it, and then OK. So that'll save to your flash drive then,
Okay.
and then we come back to the computer and you modify it.
Okay.
So,
Can you hit next?
yeah. So we can hit next here. So that'll bring it up here. If you do want to modify it, that's when we come back in here, and this is where we do your modification. And it'll come up on your treatment screen
How's it
for
going?
your contour of what you want.
I got a